You know, when you look at school and on that perspective, there's so many people at university, so many people at college, so many people that are working a job, bro. Right? We got over 40 people on this call right now. Tell me, how do you kind of balance it? And what was your thoughts of taking this on with school at the same time? Did you ever think, oh, it's going to clash? I'm not going to have time for it. What was your mindset towards that?
Yeah, my mindset was, I checked how everything was, the sessions and everything, and I saw that there is a morning session, afternoon session, and evening session. So for me personally, I saw that if I can just plug in the morning and I'm done for the day trading, that's enough for me. So then in the evening, when I find some time to just plug in certain trainings, then I do them. So yeah.
And this is absolutely fantastic, bro. Just tell them a bit about yourself. Tell them, you know, your age, your story, your background. Where you from, bro?
Yeah, my ethnicity is from Ghana. I'm from Ghana. I was born in the Netherlands, but both my parents are from Ghana. I'm 80 years old. I live in Amsterdam. Yeah, many people know what I do in my life. I'm a preacher. Together with my brother, who's also here, Emmanuel, we own our own foundation, our charity foundation, where we help homeless people, people with a low income. And yeah, that's what I do.
Wow, that is inspiring, bro. I'm inspired. And for the guys that don't know you, you know, how did you get started in this business? You know, as you said, you're a preacher. How did this kind of align with where you're going and what you're doing in life?
Very nice question. Abel contacted me, my other brother Abel, and he spoke about the academy and everything. And do you know the funny thing? First, I was skeptical. I told him that, oh, I'm busy at the moment, I can't join and everything. But actually, I was finding a way to dodge him. And then a few days later, he called again and told me about it and everything, how it is going. And then I said, okay, let me try. Let me get on one of the calls. And I just came, and yeah, I found it very interesting. And I just gave it a try. I did not even wait to get the two in free. So I did not wait for two people to bring them before I entered into the academy. I saw this as an investment in myself. And I told myself that within 1 week, I want to know how to trade on my own. And guess what? Within 3 days, I learned how to trade on my own.
Wow, wow. And bro, I think that's a big key here in this situation, right? I really do think that's a big key. You came in, and the reason why you was able to hit P600 so fast is because you learned how to trade so fast as well, right? So could you kind of emphasize on that point? Because a lot of people think, oh yeah, to go hit these ranks, you need to have a lot of people to know. You need to go out there and be on the phones all the time. But what I did when I started this business, I was putting around 3 to 4 hours a day just learning how to trade. So the fact that I put in 3 to 4 hours a day learning the skill set, it actually helped me build a team anyway. So could you kind of emphasize on the point of really learning it and then going out there and building it? And that's
exactly. Very good question. You know, if you want people to come into a certain place, you cannot bring them there if you haven't been there before. So what I did, I tried to master the trading myself, and then I went out on my platform to post it and to show everyone that, listen, this thing is working for me and it can also work for you. And yeah, that's how people got interested. And I just helped them. I introduced them to the academy, showed them my own platform, what I do. And yeah, that's how I began to grow. So first, invest in yourself before you try to, invest in other people.
Wow, I love that, bro. So you really spoke about, investing in yourself. And I've seen your growth, even though it's been a month or, if that, I've seen your growth as a person. So what has this platform done for you, because obviously you thought you're just going to come into trade, but I'm sure you've grown your mindset in a certain way. I'm
exactly,
sure.
For sure.
But you have to plug in to get into that. Some people just think, okay, these calls, they're not important. But I see you on every call. So let's really explain the importance of plugging in and growing yourself.
Yeah. I'm coming from my perspective. I don't know what the perspective is from of other people, but I'm coming from the preacher's perspective. And since I joined this academy, concerning the aspect of discipline, it has helped me a lot. Concerning the aspect of discipline. Why? Because, for example, the way how we trade, we use risk management. Sometimes when I was trading and I saw that, oh, it is going good, it's going good. You can ask Abel and the boys. I will just, continue, and then I will hit myself. I'll get a lesson. But when I started to, to discipline myself and stick to the risk management, you will see that everything will begin to fall in its place. And in various parts of my life self now, because I have now adopted this mindset of discipline, it has caused me to, to be also disciplined in other spaces of my life. So yeah.
Wow, bro, what an answer, man. And we speak every day, and
Yes.
I want you to do a certain thing. Because obviously you came in, you put a lot of time in with your trading. And I told you, I said, bro, go and withdraw that. So you got something to feel, So just tell us about that experience. What was it like making your first bit of money trading? How much did you withdraw? And what did you do with that money? And most importantly, what did that do to your belief?
So I started, trading, and I made money. So then Montel told me, withdraw some and feel it for yourself that, okay, this is for you. I withdrew. On the Forex one, 100 euro or something. And then on the, how do you call it? On the race option, I also withdrew some. And I added it, and I just bought my mom a gift. He told me buy something for yourself, but I thought, okay, Neil, let me do something else. And when I saw it physically, it gave me a assurance, assurance that, this thing is real. It ain't a joke. You see, people think we are scammers. People think that, oh, it is a pyramid scheme or whatever. People call all signs of names, but when you do it, you follow the instructions and you do it for yourself, it gives you a boost.
Wow, I love that. So obviously you withdrew that money, you felt it. And one thing I say to people is every Friday you get paid residually, but also just make a quick little withdrawal. I withdraw every single Friday, right? And it just makes me just, even me as a chairman 10, because I'm withdrawing, it's not so much I need it for belief, but it's so much I can say, yeah, I'm leading by example. The team seeing me, I put it in the chat, I just withdrew some money. And I would encourage everyone, don't withdraw more than 50% of your account. You don't want to do that. But you can make those 10%, a little 5% withdrawals. And if you had a great trading week, 10%, you could do some stuff with that. You can get a haircut, or you don't have to be, Gucci belt or a Gucci bag.
Yeah.
What did you get your mom?
A Gucci Spence.
Wow. Gucci what?
Glasses.
Wow. But is that how you say it in Netherlands?
Oh, Braille.
Wow. So tell us the story, because you really told me about the story about your mom looking for these glasses, but tell everyone why this opportunity is so important, because you was in a situation where you could get the glasses, but your mom actually looked and she couldn't. So why was that important?
Yeah, for example, if you are there, even the Bible says that, honor your father and your mother and you will live long. If you see that you are at home and, some things, maybe one of them needs something, you as a child, it would be nice for you to, help them to give gratitude for what they have done for you.
Wow, I love that. And you know what? We all kind of write our parents down as one of our reasons why, So it's definitely very important that sometimes, of course, we want to buy our parents the house. We want to buy our parents the car. But David told me this. I want you guys to write this down, all right? You have to celebrate every small victory on the way to the big one. And for me, that blew my mind. Sometimes you don't want to get promoted to, P1000. We don't want to get promoted to P600. We just want to get promoted to the big rank. We just focus on P2000. We focus on Chairman 10. So it's like we forget the small little steps on the way there. But you have to celebrate, because what happens, I don't know if you've ever played a game and you get to a certain checkpoint, then you get that boost, right? You get a little boost, like maybe Mario Kart, you pick something up on the way and the energy just boosts, right? So, Kwame, let's talk about this, right? You celebrating every little achievement. You achieved Platinum 150 in a short space of time. Did you feel a little boost from that, from getting that certificate, that everyone's celebrating you? Did you feel a push, and that pushed you towards going P600?
For sure. The Bible also says that he that is not faithful to the little will not be faithful to the match.
Wow.
So indeed, it gave me a boost and it gave me more motivation to go harder. Because you see, when people see that you are going higher, it will motivate them to also do something. And we are here not to prove anybody something, because there is evidence. There is evidence. We are not here to prove anything to somebody, but we are here to impact lives. That's what we are here for.
Wow, bro. You're going in today. Wow. So we spoke a lot about the trading side of things, right?
Mhm.
Now let's kind of talk about mindset, and then we'll go into building. So, of course, when you're in a new area, like me, when I started this 3 years ago, I started in South London, Croydon. It was brand new, right? No one knew about trading. No one knew they could make money in the phone. So there's loads of pros with that, but there's loads of cons, because when you're opening a new market, and if you're in a specific age group, if you're in a specific demographic and no one's heard about trading, you will see yourself in this situation. Now you're in a whole different country that's never heard about trading, right? So you get a lot of, skeptical people. How do you deal with people, looking down at your opportunity? How do you deal with people say, oh, it's a scam, it's a pyramid scheme, it's not going to work? When we know they're wrong, but how do you personally deal with that yourself?
Yeah, very good question. I would say that never waste your time on people who have made their mind ready not to receive anything what you are seeing, but rather prove them without words, but with your actions. Because you can talk, and they will never listen until you prove them by your deeds. Then they will see it. The Bible says that some will not believe unless they see signs and wonders. So until you give them a sign, they will not believe.
I'm getting goosebumps, bro. I'm getting goosebumps, man. I'm really liking this. So look at the chat. People say, my God, you're on fire. Wow. So being young, right, and with all the potential that you have, obviously that brings a certain type of pressure. I remember coming up, I was 19, got to position 60K a year just from this business. It brought a lot of pressure. Do you deal with any type of pressure? Do your parents expect a lot from you? And when you expect a lot from yourself to break, generational curses or to really make a lot of money, how do you deal with that pressure of being young and having the world on your shoulders at such a young age?
Yeah, very nice question. You see, the pressure is there, unfortunately, but there is something I've learned. Always put your mission above your pleasures. Always put your mission above your desires. Why? Because your mission in life is the reason why you came on this earth. And your desires are just small things that will please you whilst you are here. But the main reason why you are on this earth is to fulfill your mission. So even though the pressure is there from different sides, keep the mission in your hand. Keep the mission in your hand. So that is what has kept me.
Wow. This is really interesting. So, now we're talking about the mindset. If you guys don't know, I'd write this down. This is the formula for success, right? Desire plus skills times faith equals success. So you got to have a burning desire in whatever you do. Now you have to learn the skills to get good at it. And then you times it by faith. So could you talk to us a bit about each of those elements for you? So what is your burning desire and how did you use that for this business? Then when it came to learning the skills, are you coachable and teachable to pick them up so fast? And then when it comes to the faith, how did you apply your faith into this opportunity to get to where you are at this time?
Yes, a very nice question. You see, my desire is to see the lives of many people being transformed. Because you see, in the Christian culture, let me say like that, there is a certain mentality that if you are a Christian, you cannot be wealthy. If you are a child of God, you need to live a certain life that is basic. But when you study the word of God for yourself, you will see that there is a certain character, there is a certain lifestyle that a child of God should be living. Why? Because our Father is a king. And my desire is to shift that mentality, is to shift that lifestyle in the life of many believers and people in the world. And also to see people achieving their dreams. So that is my desire. So now, with the skill that I've learned, I believe that if I master it more and I continue with, I would definitely be possible. I would definitely be able to cause that desire to come into fulfillment. And now here is where faith comes into. I believe that if I add this desire to the skill that I have, the Bible says that your gift and your skill will bring you before queens and kings. In other words, the gift that you have and the skill that you have, it will bring you in front of places of prominence. And that is how you'll be able to make your desires reality.
Wow, you're speaking real facts, bro. You're
Yeah.
speaking real facts. And when it comes to learning the skills, right?
Mhm.
What is the level of coachability and why is it important that we're coachable and teachable? Why is it important that we join all of these calls? Why is it important that we stay plugged in to get the results that you've seen in such a short space of time?
Yes, it is simple. If you are not teachable, you will never move forward in life. Everybody that is not teachable is proud. And pride is the thing that have caused many people to be stagnant in their destiny and in their life. We can look it throughout history. Anybody that is pride, so anybody that cannot sit down for somebody to teach him something or cannot sit down to listen to somebody else, not themselves, will always be at a certain level. Why? Because the reason why you will not move forward is because there is something that somebody knows that you don't know. And until you humble yourself and accept the fact that you don't have that thing what that person has, you will not be better and you will not be brighter. So the reason why it is so important to plug in, don't be lazy. Don't say, oh, the videos on the academy are too much. The 10 videos, the 20 videos are too much. I will not watch it, or this or this or that, and find easy ways to, get information. No, stick to the instructions. Anybody that cannot follow instructions cannot have authority.
Wow.
Yeah, simple. It is simple as that, So just follow the instructions and you will get the results. It is simple like that.
Bro, you said that amazingly. They say every great leader was once a great follower.
That is true.
Every great leader was once a great follower. When I see you, bro, I see such great leadership at such a young age. But you have the ability, when we speak, the humility that you have. You always call me big bro. You always have respect. And for me, that makes me say, you know what? I want to speak to you even more. I want to help you even more. I want to make sure you win even more. So that's a little clue, right? For everyone on this call right now, I think that's a big clue when it comes to seeing a lot of success and gaining access, gaining the mentorship. Why is it important that you have respect for the person that has the results that you want, so that they even feel the need to pour into you even more? And how have you used that to your advantage, bro, to get to where you are right now?
Yes, so again, I am coming from the perspective of a preacher. Okay, let's take a story in the Bible. The Bible says that there was a time that Prophet Elijah was about to leave the earth. And Prophet Elisha wanted the double portion on Elijah. But then, continually in their walk, Elijah continually told him, oh, you, this boy, you are annoying, this and this and that. But still, Elisha pressed on. And then at the last day, the Bible says that Elijah told Elisha, when you see me go, you will receive the double portion. So listen, the people who are already up there, they don't need you. Because they are already there. You are the one that needs to go up. So you need them. It makes sense. It is not difficult, grammar or difficult. It is easy. You are the one that need to go to the top. So you need the people who are at the top. So it is very foolish to challenge or to, strive or to do anything that will cause those people that are above you not to reach out to you, because otherwise you will remain where you are. Simple.
And bro, this is so crazy, right? There's so much wisdom coming from you. You're 18 years of age. What motivates you to keep growing? What motivates you to keep learning, keep seeking knowledge? Because You know, for a lot of us, we're quite young and cool, right? You know, and why is it important to learn so much so that we come from a position of maturity? So if we meet someone that's older than us, they don't even think we're the age we are. Sometimes when I tell people I'm 22, they're like, what do you mean? And when I was 19, 20, they was like, no, I think you're 25. So for people on the call right now, you know, I would not believe you was 18, bro. Completely facts, straight honest. I would not believe you was 18. So you hitting P600 is not a surprise to me. Success never surprises me, but the way you hold yourself, right? The way you speak, the way you learn. Why do you seek information, and what type of discipline do you need to have to make sure you're continuously growing to maintain that position of where you are right now, bro?
Yes, very nice question. You see, one of the things that has always motivated me also is my mom, my mother. She's one of my role models. Why? Because apart from she taking care of me and my brother, she is taking care of 6 children in Ghana.
Wow.
And she has been taking care of them since young and have caused 2 of them to finish their education or university and is still helping them. So for me to grow up in such a setting, it has automatically pushed me in such a way that I always want to see the lives of people being better. So now coming to this atmosphere, the reason why I always keep searching for information and listening to people and this and this and that is because anybody that cannot receive information, you cannot lead. Because what do you have inside of you that is relevant for people to receive? You yourself, you need to be relevant before you come out and, you know, try to talk and everything. But if you don't have any information, you don't have any knowledge, you don't have anything in you, you will just go there and make noise. Even in the Bible, it was so. Apostle Paul told people that, listen, you cannot just go and stand in front of people and just come and shout and do everything. No, no, no. You need to be in order. You need to have the understanding and the ability before you go out and do something.
Wow, bro. Wow. Crispy answers, bro. Absolutely crispy answers, man. So, you know, I really do appreciate that. And, you know, I'm going to ask you another question. It kind of goes into the modeling knowledge. So, you know, we're on that topic of finding someone that has the results you want and doing exactly what they said. Now, David says this, right? There's 4 things, okay? There's the learning knowledge, so you learn what to do. Then there's the activity knowledge, so you apply what you've learned. Then the third type of knowledge is the modeling knowledge. You find someone to model and you duplicate exactly what they do. And the fourth knowledge is what you're doing right now. Now you've got the results, you're teaching that type of knowledge, right? So let's kind of talk, we spoke about learning knowledge. We're going to get onto activity knowledge, but let's really stay on that topic of modeling knowledge, right? You just mentioned your mom, who's, done an amazing thing of helping people, helping 6 people finish university, which is absolutely amazing. But why is it important to observe what people are doing? And how has that shaped you to who you are today?
Yes, a very good question. You see, the person that I am right now is the results of all the people, even now, that I have watched and I've taken them as an example of where I want to be. Because you see, what you see is what you become. What you fix your eyes upon is what comes into you and what will eventually come out of you. There was a story in the Bible where God gave Peter a trance, and in that trance he saw that he saw a sheep and he saw a goat, and God told him, Peter, arise and kill the goat and eat it. And then Peter said, no, I will not eat it because the goat is unclean. And then God told him, how dare you to call something unclean that I have made clean? And then he told him, it is not what comes into the mouth of a person that defile a man, but what comes out of the person. So if you continue to focus your eyes on things that are negative, on things that are contrary to the place where you want to be, eventually you will begin to speak in that certain way. And by your words, you will be condemned. You see, so Yeah, fix your eyes upon people who you want to become like, and eventually you will become like them. Simple.
Wow. Bro, it's so crazy you said that. You know, when I look at myself, right? I've been working out for maybe a year now, nearly 2 years, right? And I want to share this with people. I'm going to post about this later on Instagram. But I say this, I say, I could have been working out for 2 years and I didn't really see a change in my body. I didn't see my body tone up or define, right? But I was doing the work. I was working out every single day. But it was the moment I changed what was coming into my body, right? It was the moment I changed what I was eating when my body started to change. And in that 1 month, I changed what I was eating, boom. The results that I was really looking for, they came in 1 month. So how does that relate to what we're speaking about right now? Guys, understand this. There's over 42 of us in the school. You could be doing all the work in the world, but if you haven't changed what you're feeding your mind, right, what you're letting into your body, there'll be no change in your results. Because I was working out every single day, because I was still eating a lot of food, right? I was working, but it was compensating for the food that I was taking in. Now imagine if I can take in good information to my mind and I can work, you're gonna get 10 times the results, right? And that's exactly what you said. Now the next thing, I was in Bible class today, and they said, see what you seek, right? Not what you see. Speak what you seek, not what you see. So could you kind of speak about that? Could you go into the importance of speaking life into where it is you're going? A lot of people, they kind of stay in their situation, they stay stagnant because they're speaking what they see around them.
Yes.
I want you to kind of speak on telling people why it's important to speak what you seek and not to speak what you see. And have you done that in your journey so far?
Yes, again, you see, when we look at the scriptures, we can see that in Genesis chapter 1, verse 27, God said, let us create man in our own image, in our likeness, and let them have dominion upon the earth. We are created in the image of God. And when we read throughout Genesis chapter 1, we will see that every time when God wanted to create something, though it was not visible yet, he spoke it. And the moment he spoke it, then it became. So if you want to see something in your life, though it is not there, you need to use your mouth to declare it, and then it will manifest from the spiritual realm into the physical. Okay, let me give an example. If you want to see a baby and you don't speak positively, oh, I will get a child, you will never get the child. It is simple like that, because your body will not be programmed in a way to, start having intercourse with your wife, etc. But if you can shift your mind and begin to speak towards the thing you want to see, eventually you will see it. The Bible says that faith is the hope of the evidence of things not seen yet. So it means that though you don't see it yet, you have the evidence that it will come. Simple. And the problem that many people have is they define their whole life by their present situation. You see, your present situation is not your final destination. The fact that you are in something right now does not mean that you will come there or that you will end there. No, it's not the end. So stop defining your life, stop defining the patterns of your life by what you see at the moment, and start declaring where you want to be so that you will come closer to your final destination.
Wow, bro, you are going crazy right now. For me, you're saying so many things I kind of want to dissect, right? I was speaking with David. He done a training, right? And he ended with an amazing speech. And he said this. He said, whatever's binded or loosened on earth will be loosened in heaven, and that will come back and be loosened on earth, right? What's loose in heaven will be loose in earth.
Yes.
Right? So what does that mean? Whatever we speak in the physical realm has now become something spiritual. Now it's in the spiritual. It has no other option to come down and operate in the physical. So many of us, guys, understand this. When you look at the word words, all right? Or you even look at the word world, and you take away the L, you have word. So it's so important that we focus on the words that we're speaking, because that creates our world. But so many people don't understand that. We may be on this call right now, we may be speaking. Napoleon Hill says this. He says the hardest thing for people to do is think. And why is that? Think about how many times in a day you speak without thinking. Right? It's crazy, but for people, the hardest thing to do in the world right now is think. Because if you listen to the conversations going on around you, just listen to what's happening in your household right now. People aren't thinking, they're just speaking. So whenever you speak, bro, and I've witnessed this firsthand, you're very slow with your words. And it's not because you're mute. But what I've observed from the great leaders that I follow is that it's not because they have, a speech impediment, but it's because they are listening. Great leaders listen before they speak. But not only that, they have to be very wise and very careful with their selection of words that they're speaking, right? Someone just put it, in the chat, life and death is in the power of the tongue. So could you talk to the people on this call right now about the power of really speaking the correct words that will then go forth and create the world that you live in today?
Yes. You see, again, I'm coming from the perspective of a preacher. We believe that words carry weight, and words, okay, let me give an example. When you say a chair, it is a word, right? But you can point to a chair and you can show somebody this is a chair. But you used your mouth to form a word, and then you referred to that object as a chair. So objects and everything that we see are defined by words. So what it is, when you speak a word into the atmosphere, there are forces, even science confirms this. There are forces that go with the words that you speak and begin to program your environment. Yeah. That's why, okay, there is something that have been proven scientifically, that a baby, when he is in the belly of his mom, you can speak to the child and he can hear it. If words were not spirit and life, the baby wouldn't hear it. So our words are not just mere words, but there is power in it. And okay, let me give another example. If somebody is standing in front of you, right? And you are standing in front of the person of a distance. If you call the name of the person and you say, Victor, come to me, what will happen? Victor will move, right?
Yeah.
Why did he move? Because you used a word to move him. If he didn't hear the word that came out of your mouth, he would never move. So words are powerful. So it is either you will use your words to navigate your life or to destroy your own life. Wow. And many people make the bad decision to just tell themselves, oh, I am dead. I can never recover. This thing, I can never come out of it, or this or that. Instead of that, use your word to shift things in the realm of the spirit. And you see, what you said about binding and losing is so powerful. People don't understand it. Okay, when we read the newspapers and we see, oh, today your horoscope is this and this and that. You are Aries, so this and this will happen today. Do you know that all these things are in the heavens? It are stars. So what is written there will eventually impact the earth. So if you are capable of speaking the right things into the heavens, everything that is negative there, it will shift and it will begin to manifest here on earth positively. And that is how you bring what is in the spirit upon the earth. And listen, many people in the world are benefiting of it, and they are not even Christians. Why? Because this is a principle that is universal.
Wow. So we're even getting into the laws of nature, right? And that's a whole nother topic.
Yes.
But I'm going to speak about, as we're on the topic, because now we're speaking about the power of words. So many people from this call are going to go ahead and take action, and they're going to start to speak their goals a lot more. Correct, right? But we have to understand and let them know that just because you say it today doesn't mean it's going to come tomorrow. when you say it, when you speak your goals, right? There's a certain waiting time. There's a certain period of time it's going to take. And the reason why people lose in this game is because they speak the goals, but they don't wait for it to show up, right? They plant the seed, but they leave before they can even reap the reward.
Microwave.
Say that again, bro.
Microwave.
Exactly, the one of microwave success, right? So let's talk about it. I give an example. If I throw a ball to a dog, an orange ball, right? That dog is gonna go and fetch the orange ball and bring me back the exact same ball that I threw. So it's gonna take time to go and get the ball and bring it back, but the ball is gonna be back in my hands because the dog's gonna bring it to me. So let's talk about that. Let's kind of let the people know when they speak the goal, it has no choice but to turn up. But there's very, 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 very more, even more importance in waiting on that goal. Because though you may say it shall not tarry, wait on it. It's gonna happen, but people tarry and they leave. So just talk about us from that, role of conceiving the idea, speaking the idea, but waiting on that idea to manifest.
You see, the reason why I believe that when you speak something and it does not always happen that day or tomorrow or whatever, or you set a goal for yourself, is because if it were to be so that whatever you say right now should appear, you would not cherish what you have received. You will treat it anyhow. But because you have set a goal for yourself and there is now a time frame to reach that goal, when you go through the process, you will cherish that goal you have achieved more than if you got it in 30 seconds.
Wow.
The value that you will place on the achievement will be lower if you received it in 30 seconds. Why? Because you just got it quickly. There is no worth on the achievement that you have received. There is no worth on the thing you wanted to see.
Wow. And you know what? You spoke about the process. I'm going to go there as well. And you look at it this way, right? People say, oh, imagine we said this. I want to go to the jungle. I want a lion. And imagine from the moment we conceived the idea and we spoke it, imagine if we was in the jungle. And what's the lion going to do? It's going to come and eat us, right? So what God says is, okay, I'm going to let you go to that jungle, but I'm going to put the trials, I'm going to put the preparation in place. So when you get to the jungle, you're not going to get eaten, but you're going to know exactly what to do when the lion attacks.
True.
So it's really that waiting time is for you to develop. That waiting time is for you to grow. That waiting time is for you to grow in your belief and your strength. So when you're now in the situation that you've been manifesting and that you've been waiting for, you can now go ahead and you can lead and you can be safe in the situation because all the trials and tribulations make you stronger. And I want you to talk on that point, bro. What doesn't break you makes you stronger. What doesn't break you, it makes you. So could you talk about, although you've been in this business for a few weeks, right? Could you talk about certain things you've gone through in your life that has allowed you to become the man that you are today and how you now see it as a blessing?
Yes, you see, as you just said, for example, I can take my school as an example. There was a course that I used to in middle school. There's a certain level, there are different kind of levels that you reach. And I started off in my first year on the highest level that you can reach in the middle school. But because of I was not serious, I was fooling around and all those kind of things, I reduced. And I reduced to another level. And then I went on for 3 years. But the last year that I should enter to finish my middle school, I did not reach it. So then they came to me and told me that, listen, either you will repeat the class or you will go to another kind of school and then you will pass through that and everything. So I was thinking by myself, okay, listen, all my friends, all my mates, they have crossed this thing, they have finished it well, but it's only me. It is only why me? Why me? And I could decide for myself that, listen, I will just be emotional and, keep myself down. But I used it as a rebound and opportunity to prove the enemy wrong. Even though I did not have a middle school diploma, I still went another route. And look at me now. I have finished it and I'm now doing another course. So, as you said, the things that happen in your life, it is not always meant to destroy you, but it is meant to build you so that when now somebody else comes into the same situation, you can tell the person, listen, I went through this, but I came out. If I came out, you can also come out.
Powerful, bro. And I heard a little saying that kind of goes with that, that says every test you go through creates your testimony, right?
Wow.
And you know, when you break down the word testimony, you got test to money, right? So everybody wants to make the money, but they don't want to. he's rolling over, right? Everybody wants to make money. We all want to make the millions, but we don't go for the tests. So if we don't go for the test, then what testimony are you gonna have, even if you did get to making the money? So you know, it's so important that we're ready and we're prepared. Now, check this out. There's certain things you can do to be prepared for the tests that you're gonna go through. Right? There's people on my Instagram right now. There's people on this live. Check this out. We're going through different tests in life, whether you're working a job, whether you got your own business, and everyone goes through certain tests. You can prepare for those tests. I think my thing just went off, my mic went off. But I was saying one of the ways that I prepare for the test that life brings me is through prayer, right? And there's many ways you can prepare. Sometimes you can't really, you know, prepare the obstacle coming up. You know, you might get fired from your job, or, you know, someone may pass in the family. You can't prepare for that. But bro, how can we use prayer to allow us to be prepared for any obstacle coming our way? And not even if you're Christian, if you're Muslim, if you're Buddhist, how come? Because prayer, bro, you know what? A lot of people have the misconception that prayer is, you know, getting on your knees and making up a whole lot of noise. Prayer is the communication between you and God. Prayer is really affirming your goals. Prayer is you speaking and communicating to a higher source that you believe in, and, you know, just giving thanks or praying about something. So how do you prepare for the obstacles that are coming your way, you know, in life, bro?
Yes, you know, I believe that in the whole universe, everything is run on rhythms.
Wow.
So rhythms, things move, things go, things come, and everything is in its place. Everything is moving in rhythms and has its beat. So I believe that everything that happens, it works for my good, though the good and the bad. So now, as you said, the Bible says in Ephesians chapter 3, verse 20, now unto him that is able to do exceedingly abundantly above all that you can ask or think of, according to the power that worketh in you. So we use prayer as a form, but we shouldn't limit prayer only, you know, as you said, to make noise or to show people, oh, we are praying or whatever. No, we should use it as a tool to communicate to God, whether through speech or through your thoughts, because you can also pray to God through your thoughts. It is possible. We should use that as a gateway to bring in ourselves hope and assurance that even though things fall apart, still we believe it will work together for our good. For example, last year in March, the same period, the ending of March, my father was dealing with sugar diabetes, and his sugar level shoot high to 40. And the ambulance came and rushed him to the hospital. It was a whole chaos. Listen, I thought that it is over, that he will not come back again. Wow. The first thing that I did with my mom and my brother, we took some of his clothes and we began to pray. We began to pray. They told us you can't visit the hospital because it was during the COVID period. So they have put in restrictions. You cannot go to where the people that are in the hospital are. So I was stranded, but at the same time, I was putting my faith in my prayer. And I knew that this thing that has happened, even though it is bad, it is to the glory of God. And it will turn out for his glory. And yeah, glory be to God. He was in the hospital for 2 months and he's now home safe. He's with us. He's fine. And he's doing his thing. So yeah, so, you know, use prayer as a tool to assure yourself that though bad things happen, it will turn for my good.
Wow. So much wisdom at such a young age, bro. I love it. You're absolutely wise beyond your years. And, you know, the beautiful thing with this, people are on this call thinking, well, you know, you haven't told me exactly what you've done to go P600. You haven't shown me exactly how many phone calls you've done, You haven't told me how many presentations you done. You didn't tell me how you done this in such a short space of time. And the reason why I done this call like this is because success is 90 to 99% spiritual, 10 to 1% physical. We need to know that as a team, that success is 90 to 99% spiritual and only 10 to 1% physical. So the fact that people can now see your spiritual awareness, people can see, wow, this is, someone that knows his stuff. How did that really and truly allow you to hit P600 in the way you did? Because, 12 people is a great achievement, but it's nowhere for where you're going, bro. You're going to lead nations. So kind of let's talk about why the spiritual side is so important when it comes to any success that you're seeing and how you really used it to your advantage. Hence why we're speaking about the spiritual side of success on this call today.
Yes. The reason why I also believe it is because you see, there was a place in the scriptures where Apostle Paul gave a message. He wrote an epistle and he said, I wish above all things that you may prosper and be in good health, even as thy soul prospers. So there is a way your soul and your spirit prospers, which will eventually reflect in your physical state or in your reality. And in order for you to attain that reality, you must first understand how the spirit and the soul prospers. So now what I did is I enforced everything that I want to see in the natural. And how did I do that? You taught me about affirmations.
Yeah.
You taught me about sitting down, meditating, and visualizing where you want to be, what you want to do. And I did that, and I'm seeing the fruits of it. And another thing also, how do you call it? When you come to yourself and you think, don't think about what will happen what will go wrong if I do it. But think about all the good things that can happen if you take the step.
Yeah.
And that is the mindset that switched, which has caused me now to, look at things differently. So yeah, that is how, I have, enforced this progress in my life. And many people don't know, but you need to really put effort in what you want to see. It is not, tea and biscuit and cakes. No. If you want to go for something, you need to work for it. I have called plenty people. I did a call with you and Kiara. After that, I did another course. I did private Zooms. I call with people on FaceTime. I call with people normal. I visit people at their home. Guys together, people together. I talk to them. I show them what I do, and try to impact them. So don't sit there, cross your legs, and just say some words and think that, oh, everything will happen 1, 2, 3. No. That is not how it works. That's not how it works.
I love how you put it. Tea, biscuits, and cakes. No, 100%. It needed to be said, bro. It did need to be said. There's a saying I want everyone to write down. And that saying goes like this, right? It says, you want to believe like it's up to God, but you want to work like it's up to me. Okay? Because sometimes you just want to believe like it's up to God, and we want to work like it's up to God, and magically, boom, we're going to achieve what it is that we want. But you got to understand, as you said, there's so much self-work rate that also needs to be put into it. You want to make sure your belief is high. And for your body to move, understand the body follows the mind. So if you don't believe, you can't move forward, right? If you don't believe in what you're doing, if you don't believe in the services, hence why, I got you to withdraw and buy your mom the glasses. I got you to see, just taste the money, just see that this trading really works, because now you believe it, your mind is now starting to think the possibilities to come. And now your body will move 10 times as fast. He's going to get air anyway. He was always going to get to P600. But the fact you done it in the space of the time you did, the fact that you felt it, you believed it even more, allowed you to get it even faster. So that's absolutely powerful, bro. The last thing I wanted to speak about, we spoke about, you coming in, really being a product of the product, really seeing great results trading, which allowed you to go out there and build your team. And now we've spoken about the spiritual side of things. We spoke a lot about belief. The last thing I really want to speak about is anyone can achieve platinum 150, platinum 600, even up to chairman 10, even up to chairman 750. Anyone can do it. But what will keep you there is having a heart for people. All right. People join this call right now to say, okay, how can I get to your level of success? And you briefly spoke about it because you observed, people like your mother. She's seen a lot of, success through having a heart for people. Understand, guys, that we don't give to receive, right? We don't give to receive, right? Write this down though. You want to generously give and graciously receive. That's one of a philosophy that I've adopted. I generously give what I've got, and I graciously receive it. I remember this. I was at David's house one time, and he gave me a gift, and I was like, oh my gosh, because I've never received a gift like that before. And someone in the house said this. They said, receive it. And I was like, wow, that changed my whole paradigm right there. Because sometimes, and then I was at another event and someone said, okay, here's 50 pounds, you want 50 pounds. The person said, no. I keep the money. I remember the event so vividly. And that person has a problem with receiving. I had a problem with receiving because I was like, wow, you sure you want to give that to me? But we need to generously give and graciously receive. If something's too good to be true, no, receive it. Right? If the opportunity that you're in right now seems too good to be true, receive it. Right? If someone's going to give you a certain amount of income, receive it. Because when you say, no, I don't want the 10 pounds, I don't want the 50 pounds, I don't want the gift, right? You're actually sending a message out to the universe that you spoke about, right? You're sending a message out. And what that's going to do is say, okay, the next time an opportunity comes your way, I'm not going to give it to you because you ain't going to receive it anyway. I'm going to give it to somebody else that's going to receive it. So why do we need to stay in that state of gratitude? And why is it important to focus on receiving? And then I'm going to go into the next point I was asking you about having a heart for people. But why is it important to have, that mindset of generously giving and graciously receiving, bro?
Yes, you see, one of my fathers in the faith, Reverend Eastwood Anaba, he wrote a book on giving and receiving. Why it is important to understand the aspect of giving and receiving as a believer. Many people, they are good in giving, but they lack on how to receive. And many people are very good in only receiving, but they are very bad in giving. Now, Jesus said the other day that it is more blessed to give than to receive. Why? Because if you give, you portray yourself, you make a statement to the world, you make a statement spiritually that you are not a borrower, but you are a commander. And now, if you don't receive, you are actually blocking the breakthrough of the person that is giving you at the present moment. Because maybe that gift or that money that person is giving out, it is not something that needs to stay with him, but it needs to go out. But if you block it and you don't receive it, you are blocking that progress of that person, because people think that every money that comes into your hands or every gift that comes to you, it must stay in your hands. No. There are certain things that come to you, but it must go out. And there are certain things that come to you, but it must stay. That is the reason why the prince who gave out the 5 talents, when he came to the one person who received 1 talent, and he did not use the talent to trade, but he hid it under the ground, the prince became angry. Why? Because it was supposed to be traded. It was supposed to be given out so that it will multiply. But he did not have that understanding, which caused the prince to be angry. So it is very important that we understand that when we give out of a place that we know that we are in the place of, being a chief. We are being a commander. We are being a commander of wealth. So the substance doesn't control you, but you control the substance. Money does not control you, but you control money. And then also in receiving, we should understand that when something is being released, we shouldn't be hasty in rejecting it, because you might never know the purpose of it coming your way and what it would do to the person that is giving it to you.
Wow, bro, you hit it spot on. And I want to talk about this, right? I actually want to talk about this. It's important because as you spoke, you made me remember something And, guys, write this down. Quantum Leaps by Mark Yarnell. Okay, I studied this passage of, words spoken by a man, a very wise man, the late Mark Yarnell. He's passed now. But he done a video on YouTube explaining how you can quantum leap to whatever it is that you want in life. You got big goals. He breaks down exactly how to quantum leap. One of the things he said is this. All right, he was a pastor, and then he actually came into our profession of, building business and stuff like that. And people in his congregation, they said, "How dare you go out there and start business, and why do you want to make money? You shouldn't be making money, right?" And he returned with this. He said many people in his situation would listen to the people around them and say, "Yeah, you know what? You're right. I don't want to make the money, right? I don't want to make money. Maybe the money is bad." He said this. Don't ever say that. He said, don't not make the money. Make the money. But if it's going to turn you crazy, give it to someone else, right? Make the money, but go and create an orphanage in Asia. Go and create an orphanage in Europe. Go and create an orphanage in Africa. Go and create an orphanage somewhere in a continent, right? Make the money. But if you don't want to, if you think, okay, I'm only should be living at maybe 100K a year, that's going to satisfy my needs. Don't ever limit yourself from making $1 million a year. Don't ever limit yourself from making 20 million a year, because what you could be doing with that money is changing somebody else's life, right? So I think it's important for us not to limit how much we can make, especially for this opportunity. Yeah, the top rank 750 a month. Or you could even look at the trading. There's no limit through trading, but never have a limit on your life, because guess what? Make as much as you can. And even if you're not going to use it for yourself, make sure you're distributing it somewhere. Go and create a charity. Go and change other people's lives. So make the money, but do something useful with it, right? And, we've been here for an hour now, so I'm going to go ahead and close this one up, right? But, bro, as I said, anyone can hit, a certain position. But why is it important to have a heart for people to keep that position as we wrap up?
Yes, a very nice question. You see, when we look at the olden days, at a king, the hallmark of a good king is one that loves his people, is one that is willing to die for his people, is one that is serving his people. Every good king in the olden days was a king that had on his forehead, this is somebody that takes care of his people. So if you want to grow, if you want to reach a higher position in the business that you do, whatever you do, you must learn people management and you must learn how to treat people. Even with Jesus, he knew how to love people and he knew how to treat people. For example, when he was feeding the 5,000, they were going through the land. They were, having some time. He was teaching and preaching and everything. But there came a time that he saw that, no, these people, they are hungry. Let me stop and pause my preaching and my teaching and everything, and let me take care of them. What is there for me to feed them? And a lad came with five breads and 2 fishes, and he multiplied it and he gave it out to them. So that's a form of serving people. He could also decide, oh, these people, they are too much, they are annoying me. Well, I have better things to do. No. If you want to go higher, if you want to reach higher, be a person that knows how to love people, how to serve people. Because as you are serving, you are actually building somebody, and it will come on your account. It will come on your credit.
Wow, bro. Man, I'm blown away, bro. I'm just super proud of you, bro. Like I said, bro, you are wise beyond your years, and it's just a blessing to see you grow and to see you continuously grow. I know we've been on this live for maybe like an hour now, dropping absolute gems, and just to hear your perspective makes sense. You never want to be in that situation where people say, "Oh, wow, I'm surprised you did that." Bro, whatever you go on to achieve, I will not be surprised, because I know what's operating within you, bro, and I know that it's true greatness. So just as we close off, man, what is next for you, bro? What is next for you within this platform? What are some of your goals? Where do you see yourself in the future, bro?
Yeah, you see, as for myself, I definitely want to grow in more skills in how to, trade effectively. And number 2, I have, I have set for myself that by the end of this year, I must hit close to Chairman 10 or I must reach there.
Wow. Wow. You know what I'm going to say to that? Check out my tree. Check out my tree. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Come again?
Yeah, yeah. But what does that mean for the guys that don't understand tree? Yeah, yeah, yeah. What does that mean, bro?
Yeah, yeah. So it is done. It is done.
There we go. There we go. All right, bro, man. Listen, guys. I know there's a lot of people on my live right now asking for your Instagram, bro. Where can people find you? What is your Instagram?
Yeah, my Instagram is plentiful. Plentiful with 5 L's. Plentiful.
Wow. And before you even go, how did that name come about? Why is that your Instagram name?
Yeah, first my Instagram name was my normal name, but then I felt a certain urge. I think beginning from last 2 months, so January, the last week of January, I felt a burden on me to bless as much as people that I can in my capacity. So I started off, I posted on my Instagram story, anyone that needs financial help in paying off a debt, in getting groceries or whatever, send me a message and I will help you. And people started to come, and I started to give out money, helping people. And then all of a sudden, people started to support. And we could do a lot of things. Even somebody was touched so much that that person bought a car for a family that needed a car.
Wow.
And from then, I just thought to myself, I Googled a word, with abundance or whatever, and I came to the word plentiful. And I will say that I will keep this name until the end of this year, and I will see the impact of it in my life.
Wow. And this is absolutely fantastic. It's been 3 months since January, right?
Mm-hmm.
And how have you already seen you changing your name to Plentiful? How have you seen certain things in your life change? Even this opportunity pop up is not a coincidence. So how have you seen things turn around in your life just from that name change and that perspective change?
Yes, for me personally, it has given me more assurance in where I'm going and my destiny. It has given me a backbone, something to stand upon. That listen, wow, if I am capable of doing this, even this thing is small. What if I can position myself to think bigger and greater? That when I reach at a certain level, look at the things I could even do more. So yeah.
Wow, bro.
Yeah.
I'm proud of you. I know this is just the beginning for you, bro. God's grace is all upon you. And may He continue to bless you in abundance, prosperity, health, and wealth, bro. So keep up the great work, man. And yeah, do you have any last words you want to say for the people before we wrap up?
Yes, everything you want to do, it is possible, as long as if you don't blame everything around you but yourself. That's what I want to tell everybody. Stop blaming people who are around you. Stop blaming your environment. You carry the capacity to influence your environment, which will change the course of your life. So stop blaming people. Blame yourself. Your greatest enemy is not the devil. It's yourself.
2 things. When you look at the word enemy, if you actually say it, right? Look at the word inside enemy. You've got me. Right? A lot of people's enemy is themselves because they don't apply what you just said. Now, bro, real quick for them. How can they change things they're doing? How can they change their environment, as you said, that's going to change the results that they're getting?
Yes, there is something that we call aura, your aura. So the energy that hangs around I'm sorry, somebody just called me. There is a certain energy that hangs around your aura. And there are different kind of things that influence your aura. The things you hear, the things you watch, the people you hang around with. So if you want to change that, do a recheck in your friendships. Are the people going the same direction you are going? Okay, let me say like this. There is a certain vision that you carry. There is a dream that you carry. And if you have good friends with you, but their zeal and their excitement and their, fire is not as the same as you. And you are going higher, you are going like this. But if they don't go with you, you must kick them out, or you must leave them behind, or either you must try as much as possible to bring them to where you are, because otherwise they will slow you down and you will not reach where you need to reach.
Wow. Last word, bro. This is the last one for them. We've got to give them this last gem. You said your environment, if they're not trying to come with you, sometimes you have to leave in order to lead, right? You have to leave them for a certain period of time, have that season of separation, get the results because you've surrounded yourself with the right people, and then you can go back and lead them, bro. So
exactly.
You had to make that decision before. You've had to leave to lead. On a personal word, how would you sum up leaving in order to lead? And why is that a necessity for people in this business listening to it?
Yes. I read something of Napoleon Hill. He said that the worst mistake that a lot of people make when they want to grow and become successful, they listen to their family members and friends. Why was he saying that? Because you see, if your friends and family members have the keys to reach where you want to be, they wouldn't be where they are. So in order for you to reach the place that you want to go, you must separate yourself. That doesn't mean that be mean to them. No, be nice to everybody, but distinguish yourself for a while and build up yourself. And then when you come back, you can show them the evidence and the proof. And eventually, they cannot deny the fact that you are blessed, that you are favored, and that you are making it, and they will follow you.
Wow, bro. I'm super proud of you, man. Like I said, honestly, bro, you have people listening all around the world on my Instagram, on this. Wow. So yeah, like I said, bro, I'm proud of you. I'm not surprised at the success you're seeing. I'm not surprised at the success of where you're going. I'm just really, really looking forward to witnessing, more greatness that's coming over your life, bro. So keep up the great work. Thank you for sharing your story, and thank you for impacting lives. And guys, let them know where to find you one last time as we wrap up.
Yes, on Instagram, Plentiful with 5 L's.
Awesome. Wow, bro. Guys, if this has impacted you any way, shape, or form, go and tag him on Instagram. Go and drop him a message. Not only that, go and let us know how you found this call in your group chats. If you enjoyed the call, go ahead and let us know, guys. It's Friday night. We appreciate you. Everyone's saying save the live. Don't worry, I'm going to save the live. I'm going to upload it. And we appreciate you guys. All right. This is just the beginning.
That's the beginning. It is about to go mad.
Guys, everyone start using the hashtag "this is just the beginning," because I'm telling you, no matter what height you go to in life, it is just the beginning. Appreciate you guys. Have a great weekend. Let's sharpen our acts over the weekend, and let's get prepared for a great week ahead next week. Take care. God bless. And I'll see you guys soon.
Blessings.
By 10, I then began to encounter with my counterpart to how to burn the block apart. Break it down into sections, drugs by these selections. Some use pipes, others use injections. Syringe so separately, Frank the deputy. Took the gun, my Smith & Wesson like my dick was missing. Should protect my position, my corner, my layer. While we out here, say the hustler's prayer. If the game shakes me or breaks me, I hope it makes me a better man. Take a better sting, put money in my mom's hands. Get my daughter this college grant, so she don't need no man. Stay far from timid, only make moves when your heart's in it. And live the phrase, sky's the limit, motherfucker.
Every day will be sky's the limit. Keep on, just keep on pressing on. Sky is the limit. Moving on, every trust you be trust. Sky is the limit. Keep on, just keep on pressing on. Sky is the limit. Every day will be if you will keep on pressing on. Sky is the limit. You keep on, just keep on pressing on. Sky is the limit.
This album is dedicated to all the teachers that told me I never amount to nothing. To all the people that lived above the buildings that I was hustling from, that called the police on me when I was just trying to make some money to feed my daughter. And all the niggas in the struggle, you know what I'm saying? It's all good, baby. It was all a dream. I used to read Word Up magazine, Salt and Pepper and Heavy D up in the limousine, hanging pictures on my wall. Every Saturday, rap attack, Mr. Magic Molly Mall. I let my tape rock till my tape pop. Smoking weed and bamboo, sipping on private stock. Way back when I had the red and black lumberjack with the hat to match. Remember rapping Duke? The hard. You never thought that hip hop would take it this far. Now I'm in the limelight cause I ride tight. Time to get paid, blow up like the world trade. Born sinner, the opposite of a winner. Remember when I used to eat sardines for dinner? Peace to Ron G, Brucey B, Kick It Free. Funk Master Flex, Love Bug, Star Ski. I'm blowing up like you thought I would. Call a crib, same number, same hood. It's all good. And if you don't know, now you know, nigga.
You know very well who you are. Don't let it hold you down. Reach for the stars. You gotta move when that's what you need. 'Cause you're the only one. I'll give you good
I made the change from a common thief to up close and personal with Robin Leach. And I'm far from cheap. I smoke soap with my peeps all day. Spread love, it's the Brooklyn way. The Moet and Alizé keep me pissy. Girls used to diss me. Now they write letters cause they miss me. I never thought it could happen, this rapping stuff. I was too used to packing gats and stuff. Now honeys play me close.